What's up, you guys? Today we're checking out a 1972 Buick Skylark. We're going to meet the owner. We're going to dive deep into the car and check it out. It's got a badass engine setup. As you can see, the exterior is looking awesome as well. Let's get into it.
I'm John, and I brought my turbocharged 72 Buick Skylark. It's got a 6-liter LS with a 4L80 behind it, a little 78 mil turbo, and pump gas, and just a little street ripper.
All right, man. So the biggest question that anyone's going to ask when they see this car is the engine setup. It looks pretty serious. It looks like an LS base. Can you give us a rundown of the block all the way up to the intake and what you got done to it?
Yeah, so it started out as just a basic iron block, a 6-liter out of a Yukon. I pulled it out of a junkyard, just super basic setup. About a year ago, when I first got it on the road, we had left the whole bottom end stock and just built everything on top of it. So I had the intake, we had the air to water, the turbo setup, the piping, everything was all pretty much exactly the same. I got 300 miles on it, and then I blew it up. Yeah, with the stock bottom end. I just timed it wrong and did like an idiot. And yeah, so then we pulled everything out. So now it's 370 cubic inch with a fully forged bottom end. It's got crank rods, pistons, everything. Yeah, and it's got like I said, it's got a 78, 75 VS Racing turbo, nothing special, just like basic kit. It's got the whole catalog from Holley, everything from valve covers to coils to injectors, everything is pretty much Holley. But so right now it's on pump gas on 15 pounds, and it put down 620 to the tire on a stingy hub dyno. So yeah, a brand new Hellcat put down 540 on the same dyno. So that gives you a reference.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. So it looks like you did a full custom intake. Yep. And a lot of this is custom. So do you have your own shop, or are you working with sponsors, or what are you doing here?
So this is a case of mostly bought, kind of built. So the intake was built by a guy named Wes Chadwick. He's a welder up where I'm from. The company that built most of the car is Extreme Speed Shop. They're out of Enumclaw, Washington. So they did a lot of the fab work. They did the wiring, a chunk of the fuel system. Yeah, all the custom tube fab up here, they did all that. I don't have the skills to do my own fab work, so yeah, I subbed it all out. But yeah,
you're a lover of cars.
Exactly, exactly. I wanted cool stuff, so I worked overtime to pay for the cool stuff.
Right, exactly. That's awesome. And was the Buick Skylark always the platform that you wanted, or what's the story behind this car actually? Like, how did you end up with it, and what was it originally? You know, like how did it end up here?
This car actually started life red. It was a 350 car. It got restored sometime in the 90s and sat in somebody's garage for probably 15 years. And then my uncle, he's a landscaper, he was doing something for these people, and they offered to pay him for part of the work with this car. And back then it was a totally different setup, obviously. So it was a lighter blue, it had a black vinyl top, it had, I don't know if you've ever seen them where they do like the GI setup, they call it, where they jack the back end up and it's got like tons and tons of rake.
Yeah.
So it had that.
And,
yeah, it was. It really was. And then they had like all the stage 1 badges, which is like the big boy Skylark essentially from back in the day. So it had a 455 in it, had a turbo 400.
Really had a 455 in it?
It did.
Wow.
It did. Yeah, carbureted 455.
That's a more rare package, actually.
It was. Yeah, a much very rare package. And yeah, I'm kind of stupid for getting rid of that. But they're really expensive to build, and I wanted turbos. So he picked it up when I was around 10 or 11 years old. It was my first like experience with a muscle car. I had never been around anything with a V8 that was cool. My dad had them growing up, but I had never been around one. And then I showed up at his house one day for a family get together, and he's got to sit in the driveway. Yeah. And he's, oh, that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, I go off to the Air Force, I come back, I don't know, 10 years later, 12 years later, and it's been sitting out in the rain by his house for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, just kind of rotting away. There's rust all over, like just all over the place. Like it wasn't really running right and had all kinds of issues. And I was like, hey, what are you doing with the old Buick? And he's like, well, you want to look after it? And I'm not doing anything with it. And I was like, you got it. And then anyway, like after COVID started, he came over and actually gifted me the car. Okay. And then I took that as just a free for all. So yeah, and then I was like, well, I watch all the Cletus videos and all those other guys doing cool turbo swaps. Yeah.
Hey, Cletus, sponsor me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So no sponsors. This is all me working overtime a lot. Okay. Yeah.
It's your baby.
Yeah, it is my baby. I think I want to do some E85 first, get the injectors upgraded. The fuel system's all there otherwise, get some more power. I think another 200 horsepower would be perfect. Eventually I want to upgrade the frame because it's still running on a stock frame minus the tubular suspension and then the custom 4-link out back. It's all stock frame. Like it's not even braced. Wow. Yeah. So it's it's sturdier than I would expect it to be. But as far as anything else, the interior, I'd like to have a nicer interior. Yeah. That'd be nice to have done because right now it's loud, it's rattly, and no sound system. So there's that too. No AC.
A cage.
Maybe a cage. Well, so I had a cage in here and I cut it back out.
Really?
I did.
You had a cage in there?
I put a cage in it. I spent the money and tried to get it done, and then I sat on it for a while. And then I was like, you know what? This is kind of silly. I can't take my kids in here anymore. And took the family around. No one can get in the back. I was like, this is silly. Yeah. So I cut it back out.
For tuning software on this thing.
So again, it's just the Holley stuff. I got Holley Terminator X Max, does the transmission control and everything. It's got you saw the dash, so the Holley, what do they call it? The Pro Dash and the 7-inch Pro Dash, which was pretty cool.
Is it self-learning?
It does technically self-learn, but yeah, I mean, if you talk to any tuner, they're just going to tell you like, don't use that. It's not. It doesn't tune itself. Not under boost anyway.
But you had it on the dyno to full.
Yep. Yeah. We had it on the hub dyno for a couple hours, and they got it all dialed in. And
it should be pretty reliable at what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like how you have it tuned or set up right now, it should be pretty reliable. I feel like.
It's been like I said, flawless. Like I've had 6,000, 7,000 miles on it, and the only thing I've broke is tires. Nice. So, well, they're really bad now.
Are you always running the drag radials on it, or are you running streets sometimes, or?
Yeah, I've only ever had this tire setup since I finished the build. I'd like to get a Pro Touring setup. We talked earlier about that. Yeah. So eventually I'll probably get some. I'd like to put some CCWs on here, some black CCWs, some deep dish, like snowflake style. But yeah, this is all I've been running. So suspension first. It's got Viking coilovers all around. It's got UMI's catalog up front with their like track oriented. It's actually not even a drag setup for up front. It's meant for like road course.
Really?
Yeah. So I went and got the bougie kit for whatever reason.
Nice.
So yeah. So I got theirs stuff up front with the Viking adjustables, and then out back is a full custom 4-link that my buddy Brian built for me. Along with it's got Turbo West crossbar, Viking coilovers, and then my buddy Brian, he built the 4-link. All the bars are custom, and then the whole rear end he made from scratch, custom width. It's a Mosier 9-inch with the 411s and a spool. So
that's why it's so reliable.
Yeah, it's very reliable. Yes, it gets down. It does not like going slow ever.
Nice.
Yeah, so we finished that. Gosh, 3 months ago, right before I moved out here.
Yeah. So it's new.
It's brand new.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's been bulletproof, and it drives great and puts the power down.
Can you drive it on the street comfortably on the highway?
Yeah, I mean, I drove it here, does 75, just hanging out. I mean, it's a little high on the revs, but
okay.
Yeah.
So do you know what gear ratio it is?
It's 411s.
It's 411s.
Yep, 411s, but it's got a 4L80, so it's got the extra gear with the lockup. So it's at 75, it turns like 2,700 RPM, 2,800. So it's not.
Could be worse.
It's straight pipe, so it's loud, but yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, you're not driving a Cadillac, of course.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It's supposed to be what it is.
And then
I love that.
Yep.
So you got some adjustable suspension and everything, and then what about the wheels?
The wheels.
I think, these wheels are pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, these wheels are the super basic Jegs wheels. Actually, if you want to buy some, they're cheap. I think I paid maybe $600 for a full set of them off Jegs website, and they've been great. They look kind of like welds.
Yeah.
Which
they almost look forged.
Yeah, they do almost look forged. They're not. I'm pretty sure, but they have handled the whatever 600, 700 wheel.
Yeah.
Just fine, and so I mean, beat it on pretty hard. So,
right. Yeah. For sure.
Haven't snapped yet. Knock on wood.
Fine.
Yeah.
Do you have extended lug?
Actually, I do. Yeah, because it's got the Willwood kits front and back. Those came with the extended studs, and then he gave me the extra long. You can see the ends of the studs in the back.
Yep.
They're coming out the lug nuts. Yeah, with the Mosier axles.
No spacers. Yeah. Just
No.
straight on there.
Yeah, we measured that with these wheels when he built it, so it was all custom just to fit exactly where it's at.
Nice.
And I have between the frame, I've got about 1/4 inch, and then between the buck or the stock.
So it has a Willwood brake setup, so it stops.
Yeah, it stops.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely stops.
Don't run into the back of anybody.
That's a funny story too. It was my first car I built. I totaled it from failed brakes.
Really?
So I don't know.
What kind of car was that?
It was a Subaru Impreza that I swapped a Stroker WRX motor into. Sorry, it was a Impreza Coupe, a 98 Coupe.
Huh.
Swapped the whole drivetrain.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then it crashed it immediately.
Immediately.
First drive.
Had a full tank of gas in it, didn't it?
It did. I filled it up and then went and crashed it head on. Yeah, it was great.
Every time. Full tank of gas.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Pulled it out.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great. Well, and then you now you have this Butte. So.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of an upgrade.
Cool. And then I guess with the body of this thing, what's your future? Are you gonna redo the whole entire thing, or?
Eventually, yeah. I'll probably do a total paint job. We'll have to take everything down because we had a guy do it right when I got the car, and he was on his deathbed when he painted it. And so all the bubbles, and you can see all the warping and stuff, because this was all supposed to be perfect. And then after a year, it started doing that, and it's like, so it's gonna be a full job. But yeah.
So that'll be a fun adventure of spending thousands of dollars, right? Here in the trunk, we have your battery over there. Is this meth, or what's going on here?
No, that's just the air to water for the air cooler.
Gotcha. So you're keeping it cool.
Yep.
So it looks like you've dynamited some of this back here as well.
Yeah, I tried to make it quieter. It doesn't really work, but it's still pretty rattly.
Yeah, because your exhaust is up front, right?
Yeah, you can't hear anything else.
So what I'm curious about this car actually is, did you piece together anything on it to get it to where it is now? Like all this, the back bumper, the tail lights, the spoiler, the trim. Did you have to piece it all together, or was it already like this fresh when you got it?
It was all together. Okay. It was all together. We had to refinish all the bumpers. Like I said, I had to paint the whole car.
But as far as the pieces
were all here. As far as the body goes, yeah, I was spoiled in that regard for sure, because I would have spent a fortune chasing these things.
Finding pieces for this car is very difficult, I'm sure.
Yeah, like a fender's like $1,600.
Are you looking for anything right now? If anybody in the watches this is like, hey, I got something that you can.
That's a good question. If you got an extra back window just in case, that'd be good.
Yeah, these back windows are small, like awkward sizes, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't make one for this year.
The interior here, was it also pretty together when you got it? Did you have to piece anything together? And it looks like you got a Momo steering wheel, and then is that your two-step button?
Yeah.
And tell us anything else. What kind of seats do you have in here?
Yeah, so it was all original when I got it. It had a bench seat. It had wore-out carpet. All the old car stuff. So I ripped it all out, wire wheeled everything, repainted it, welded in seat supports to do buckets instead of the bench seat, which I kind of missed the bench seat. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so we did that, and then and I got the shifter support. It was a column shift. You can see the leftovers of the column shifter right here, because I didn't want to swap out the column yet. But yeah, threw the steering wheel in, got brand new carpet, some sound deadening got in the carpet, the dash, obviously you see the dash. that one I just kind of grabbed. That was my first attempt at doing plastic welding. So I've got a piece of ABS and then cut the stock dash out and tried to glue it together, and it kind of works.
What seats are these?
And these are Corbos. Yeah, they're
like traditional, like true.
Yeah, true Corbo. Yeah, they're not, and like I think they were $700 for the set of them. Like,
no, that's not bad.
No, they're way affordable. I mean, they're probably half the price of like a bride seat, like a set of bride seats or something like that.
Nice.
Or Recaros.
What transmission are you running, and what is it? What shifter is that?
So that is a B&M ratchet shifter. I'm running a 4L80 built by the 4L80 guy out of Portland. Yeah, it's mildly built. It's probably like 1,000 horse.
Nice.
But yeah.
The drive shaft, is it custom as well?
It is custom. I wish I could remember the company that built it. They're out of Vegas, if I remember right.
Okay.
But yeah, that was very important to me.
Yeah. You don't want that to come off or snap on the side. Yeah.
No, because I was running the stock drive shaft and the stock 10 bolt for almost a year with this much power, and it started making some shaky noises. And I was like, okay, we should probably upgrade it.
All right, guys, that was the walk around of this 1972 Buick Skylark and this badass setup.
My name's John Manning again. I don't have a whole lot of social media. You can find me on Facebook if you look up my name. But if you need anything electrical, I'm an electrician. I'm in the Boise area. If you need anything, hit me up, manningelectricalservices.com. You can call me anytime. Yeah. But
sick. All right, guys, you can find me on Farron Overland on my Instagram. Check out my other videos down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.